Hi everyone, this is another video for week 2. In this video I'd like to go through a mindfulness practice that you can do wherever you are, somewhere hopefully quiet and without distractions. So if you could just avoid having distractions around you, place your mobiles in your drawer or somewhere, and close the door. Just make sure there's no distractions going to come during the mindfulness practice. So the mindfulness practice basically will help you kind of get in touch with yourself, with your body, with your mind, and become present to the moment. Become aware of the present moment. And it's really good to it's basically a self-awareness exercise, but also a self-management exercise intertwined. Because what happens, the self-awareness side will turn into self-management when you are, let's say, you're in a negative state of mind, or you're thinking too much, or you can't focus. By becoming aware of it, the awareness itself will cause you to self-regulate. If you watch the animated videos, if that is your intention, which is probably what our intention is initially, is to self-regulate if we are kind of feeling anxious or stressed and so on. If you like to kind of get in touch with your deeper, if you want to actually self-explore, which is the other intention of mindfulness, and kind of try to understand your mind, try to understand your way of thinking, your belief systems, your values, your purpose, what you want to do in life, and so on, you can actually set that intention at the beginning of your mindfulness practice, and then do the mindfulness practice. The mindfulness practice is very simple. All you have to just sit on a comfortable chair and just start becoming aware of your breath, generally above your lip. So you take it, you can close your eyes if you like, and close your eyes. Take a breath in, take a breath out. Now, initially we like to kind of take a deep breath, because taking a deep breath, and I talked about diaphragmatic breathing, actually relaxes you. If you feel some tension, if you're kind of exhausted, tired, taking a deep breath brings in a lot of oxygen in your body. By the same time, it kind of makes you very relaxed. So you can do that, just take a deep breath, hold it to the count of 4 and then breathe out. So that kind of relaxes you. Of course, we talk more about these things in the stress management module in later weeks. I think it's week 9. But I like you to kind of get started on this early on, because it will help you bring a bit more attention to the rest of the course, but also it will give you a head start to be able to self-manage currently with whatever you're doing, whether it's at work, at home, and be able to be more effective throughout this period of time. So just going back to the exercises, so you relax, start breathing, just relax the muscles in your face, your eyes, the muscles in your cheeks, muscles in your shoulders. Just relax. Breathe in, breathe out. You might notice some sensation in your body. There might be some discomfort. It's okay. Just bring your attention to that discomfort. Just notice it. Do no judgment. Just bringing a feeling of compassion and curiosity into that tension. Just continue bringing awareness to the present moment. You may hear sounds around you. You may feel your feet against the floor. Some thoughts may come into your mind. Become aware of them without any judgment. Just observe your thoughts, your feelings. Become aware of all the sensations. Become aware of everything that's happening around you in the present moment. When thoughts come, that just acknowledge them, and we can simply say, let go. Let go. Just bring attention and just relax. Bring your awareness to your breath. Breathe in through your nostrils. Breathe out. If you have thoughts that are bothering you, just bring your attention to it. Watch your thoughts with compassion, curiosity, and openness. There's no need to push your thoughts away, nor do you need to cling on to them. Just bring awareness, just watch your thoughts and allow yourself to have the experience that you're having. Bring attention to your heart. Feel compassion in your heart towards yourself. Accept yourself for everything that you are, everything you have. Embrace your strengths and weaknesses alike. No judgment of anything. Bring compassion. May you be healthy, happy, and well. Now expand that compassionate feeling from your heart to all your body. Feel your body lighten up. Feel your body lighting up. And expand this feeling around to your surroundings. If there are people around you, or you can visualize people in your environment, bring the same level of compassion towards the people around your environment. May they be well, may they be happy. And expand this compassion and allow it to fill your city, your communities in your city, and expand it further to the whole world. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy, and may all beings be well. So feel the compassion towards yourself and all beings. Bring your attention to your breath. Now you may open your eyes. Now this is a meditation exercise. It's also called loving kindness in Buddhism. Now I just wanted to take you through that exercise. It started with mindfulness, which is just becoming aware, but it also brought this feeling of compassion into it, which makes it even more effective. Now after that exercise you will feel a lot lighter generally, a lot more relaxed, and you'll be able to focus on things, and generally the negative feelings and thoughts that you've had have been greatly reduced. Now it takes a lot of practice to see the real effect of mindfulness practice. However, we can start. I mean, I started probably over a decade ago, and I saw the results after many years. It's probably been 3-4 years that I've actually seen a lot of positive results of mindfulness practice and meditation practice. But it's definitely useful if I used to be very anxious. I used to worry about things a lot. I used to and almost sometimes cripple myself with anxiety and overthinking and overanalysis. And mindfulness practice really helped me to still myself and not worry so much. Be able to have greater level of focus and confidence as well. Your confidence level increases because you become more relaxed and accepting towards yourself as well as other people. You struggle less. Now, it doesn't mean you'll never have negative thoughts and negative feelings. You will certainly always have them. The occurrence and frequency of it may be reduced. However, you become you're more likely to recover from them much more quickly than otherwise if you do not practice mindfulness. So when you do practice mindfulness and you do feel negative thoughts or negative feelings and you have negative thoughts, it's very important to not become self-critical. That's why there's a notion of compassion and openness and acceptance. Because what one might well, for myself, I used to become very critical on, why am I thinking this? Why am I feeling this? Why can't I just focus on my work and so on? It's very important to not be critical and be very accepting of your experience. Yes, sometimes we are feeling like crap, and it's very hard for us to focus on something. It's fine. It's part of being human. But being open to your experiences, whether they're positive or negative, helps you manage yourself more effectively. This exercise, if you can practice mindfulness perhaps 10 minutes a day, maybe early in the morning when you wake up, and then record how you felt, whether it was effective or it was not effective. Perhaps you can put it in your reflective diary. I'd like to know if mindfulness is actually helping you. Obviously, when you start off, you probably won't see a lot of benefit because it's these kind of things take a long time to. Generally, there's a mindfulness kind of program which goes for 8 weeks, and they say it takes about 8 weeks of mindfulness practice to see some positive results. So if you can perhaps set aside some time early in the morning, maybe 10 minutes, and practice this mindfulness, just bring awareness with compassion and openness, acceptance, no judgment, and practice whatever this awareness and allow yourself to experience whatever you're experiencing without any judgment. And if you do that throughout the day, even, regardless of what you're doing, whatever activities, just bring awareness and attention and bring presence to whatever you're doing, being completely present to it. Don't be thinking about a past or future and so on. And if you do, again, bring attention to it, and you can use the words let go to let go of the thoughts and continue focusing on what you were doing earlier. Breathing is very important, especially when you feel stressed out. Breathing becomes quite shallow, so it's important to recognize that shallowness in the breath and start actually doing breathing exercises, as I mentioned, diaphragmatic exercises by expanding the abdomen. You will see your belly basically rise. So you see your belly rise, and then exhale. You can exhale through the mouth or the nose. So that's a really good exercise. Always become aware of your body. Sometimes when you feel stressed, you'll feel stiff shoulders or neck. Different people will experience stiffness in different areas of their body. Could be their face, their eyes. Just try to become aware of that and just let go. Okay. Now it's really important to become aware of these tensions when they happen, as if you don't bring awareness to your body and to yourself, it could become more chronic later on. So stress will become more chronic. It will be much harder to reduce stress. Excessive stress and anxiety will obviously lead to more severe psychological conditions like depression, and we want to avoid that from happening. So it's very important to bring awareness to yourself all the time, and in times where things are very severe, it's very important to seek professional help and try to get out of that kind of state. I hope this helps. So please, I'd like to know how your experience is. So in your reflective diary, please just make a note. I did 10 minutes mindfulness practice this morning. I felt a little bit better, maybe not much better, maybe a lot better, and continue this every day. And if you can consistently do mindfulness practice for the next 8 weeks of this course, then by the time we are in the 8th week, which is pretty much when we start doing stress management, you'll know if mindfulness worked for you or not. Okay. Now, as I said, it may take 8 weeks to see the benefits of mindfulness. So if you can just start now and see how we go in 8 weeks' time, then we'll have a better understanding. Besides mindfulness, obviously there are other things that I also discuss. Now, if you look at the readings, I've put some notes on self-management and self-awareness and self-knowledge. That basically goes through other things like how your physiology affects your moods. So there are a few videos that you can see. Your attitude, being positive, affects your experiences. If you're optimistic versus whether you're pessimistic, you will achieve different results from the same situation. So these things are all different factors that play a role. So your mind, body are interconnected, and they work together to create your experiences. It's really important to become aware of that. And in self-awareness and self-management, understanding, it's very important to bring awareness to yourself, to your thoughts. Look at how you react to things. There's a stressful situation. How do you normally react? What's the mechanisms? And whenever you become aware of these reactions, again, you bring the same kind of attitude of compassion, openness, and acceptance. So not being self-critical. Even if you have a negative reaction, let's say you just lose it and you get really mad and become quite really angry, and you say, oh, why did I get so angry? Now, the why that you ask, why am I getting angry? If it comes from a place of curiosity, okay, what made me angry? Let me just explore this a little bit. What can I do to reduce the probability of me losing it and becoming angry? So come from a perspective of curiosity rather than from criticism, right? You can ask why from a critical point of view, or you can ask why from a curious point of view. So it's important to come from a curious perspective in order to be effectively reduce your stress. The last thing you want is being anxious and stressed over anger and stress. Like, it just piles up. So you want to avoid that kind of thing. That's why there's this notion of compassion, curiosity, and openness and acceptance when it comes to mindfulness practice. Without that attitude, then you tend to become aware but become self-critical. So it's really, really important that you come from a place of compassion and openness. Another practice that's important is when you're overwhelmed with emotion, just imagine, visualize that you're giving yourself a bit of space. Just feel yourself expanding. Just visualize that, you're giving room for that feeling. You're not trying to push it away. You're not trying to change it. But what you're doing, you're creating like a space around yourself, that allowing, like a container basically, that emotion can basically have more space to jiggle around. For instance, you're allowing that emotion to have more room, and you feel that just dissipating. This is a visualization exercise, which is an addition to just pure mindfulness. This comes from another technique in psychology called acceptance commitment therapy, which is ACT for short, which is also a mindfulness-based practice, and it's very effective. Research has been done over 20-30 years, and a lot of positive results on ACT. Now, I haven't talked about ACT so much. It's something I was reading about just recently. But the main concept of all these different therapies, there is mindfulness-based cognitive therapy. There is pure mindfulness practice. They're all different ones, but the basis of it is mindfulness. So it just becomes a little bit different. But what's important is to be aware, and the attention. First of all, you need to set that intention. What's your intention? I'm trying to reduce my stress. I'm trying to explore myself. I'm trying to self-liberate or understand what is my purpose, what is my mission in life. How can I contribute? What kind of legacy do I want to leave? Now, these become more like leadership questions. So it's coming from just about me, but something outside wanting to do something beyond the self. Like selflessness becomes the notion of your existence. At the same time, it's important to understand that we are here to take care of ourselves and other people around us. Now, the whole point of these exercises is to understand myself, my weaknesses, my strength, and say, and when I see certain weaknesses in other people, and say, hey, look, I think I actually have those weaknesses too. So you become less judgmental, and the same level of compassion, openness, acceptance, and curiosity you have towards yourself, you project the same kind of attitude towards other people. So there's no difference. It's not like I'm going to be compassionate towards myself, but I'm going to be critical towards other people, or I'm going to be compassionate towards other people and be critical towards others. So it works both ways. I am compassionate, accepting, and open towards myself, but also other people. When you're like that, you're more likely to be able to communicate more effectively, negotiate more effectively, engage people more effectively. So it helps you with every aspect of leadership. And that's why I wanted to introduce mindfulness practice early on in the course, because it will help you with every other aspect. Everything else would make much more sense when you basically get mindfulness and learn a bit more about yourself. So I hope you you can continue practicing this, what we did earlier in the video, and if you can apply this every day, and hopefully we'll evaluate this in 8 weeks' time and see where everyone's at, whether they benefit from this mindfulness practice, and then and the good thing is we'll all be doing it, so we can share our experiences. It's not, you're not going to be doing it alone. So we've got about 15 to 17 of students in this course, and if we can all do this every day, and then share our experience of how mindfulness is helping us or not helping us, or it's not having any effect, or but mindfulness really helps you bring a lot more focus to the present moment, to be engaged with what you're doing, to be more present to other people, to yourself, to the task that you're engaged in. In a project environment, you'll be more able to have focus on whatever task you're doing. If you're in a leadership position, you'll be more attuned and in tune and tuned in with people around you and the project requirements, stakeholders, internal and external. So I hope you will continue this and give me feedback on a daily basis through your reflective journal. So that's pretty much it for this video, and looking forward to hearing from you.